Hey there UKDCers, today I have the full review of this, which is the Bevy by Kansept Knives. This is a Nick Swan design and is all completely made in China. This is £133 on Heine Haynes in this configuration, which is carbon fibre and S35VN. You can also get this with the G10 scales and 154cm steel instead of the S35. That model is £107. That said, I would definitely shop around on the price for this because it can be had much cheaper, even with custom fees, import fees and all that lot elsewhere. So this is probably one to look at importing maybe. I do think this is a bit pricey on Heine's site, just from what I've seen. Even importing it from America seems to be a lot cheaper. But there you go. So you get it in this box, which is really quite nice, thick walled, all that lot. Your silica gel, you get your standard stuff in there with a microfiber cloth, and then you get this just massive pouch. I mean, look, this just disappears in there. It's like, it's kind of like this pouch is just the one they just supply with everything. Certainly not fit for the knife. I mean, I wonder if you could fit a. Oh my god! Yeah, it's not designed for the knife when you can fit a buck 110 in there. They're huge. So something to note there. This is fairly useless with this knife. Although it's good to have the option, I guess. This has a wonderful action, really do quite like it. Spring strength should be on screen now for you if it registered at all. If not, that'll be on screen. But yes, it's a very satisfying, you've got your sort of mushy-ish area here that's, instead of like a hard half stop, you can see it's sort of crescented a bit there on the actual blade, instead of just a flat end, so it doesn't like lock into there. It just, gently eases over. There's no acceleration when you hit this point, which is a problem for many people, as a lot of people see that as it just driving into your finger quicker, I guess. But yeah, and you got this long pull on both sides, and it's very easy to just grab that and pull that out. So no problems whatsoever with the action. Washers on this are phosphor bronze. Hardware on this is you have two T6s here, T8 for the pivot, and it is non-captive, so you are going to want a T8 on each side to pull that apart, if you wish to take this apart at all. It doesn't have a stop pin, which is a little bit worrying. Now, I have been carrying this as always, and there's my torch. And as you can see, no stop pin whatsoever, just the lightened liners and the back spring, and that's it. So it's all depending on this kick here to make sure the blade doesn't touch that back spring, which seems to have done the job. I've just had some bad luck with this issue in the past. I'm looking at you, BezTech Junzi, and yeah, I don't like to not see a stop pin. But like I said, this one, I really can't see any issue with it. I haven't needed to sharpen this either, as this is S35VN, so I'm going to say it's fine. You can still do the whole push it down while it's in situ, but as long as nothing weird happens with this, I don't really see that being an issue, and it survived in my pocket. So the scales are made out of this really nice carbon fibre. I've got to say, that is really beautiful to me. A lot of companies do this sort of, there we go, if we can actually get focus on there, this nice carbon fibre, and while it's okay, it's usually not like perfect quality. This is really quite nice. So yeah, I'm really big fan of that. I can't say about their G10 or anything, but yeah, this carbon fibre, really well done. No nicks. I haven't found any any little bits sticking up, like I did with the Mech Army knife. That had horrible bits that weren't finished on the carbon fibre properly. This one is all good, all good. Grip on this, despite being such a small knife, is a 4-finger carry. And you can see all 4 of my fingers there, just lining all up on the bottom. So you can get a full grip on this. So if you're someone that doesn't like smaller knives because you can't get good purchase on it, this isn't one to worry about that with. You really do get a, just a full size handle despite the diminutive sort of knife size. Of course, you get this kick here to help you with your finger to stop it closing on you. So there you go, you can see that can't really go any further than that, especially where my thumb's resting on the spring as well. So it's very safe as a slip joint. A lot of slip joints really don't bother with this. They'll just have it close on you if it's going to close on you. But this one does have that kick instead of some of them, such as this, have that finger choil there. This is sort of basically the same thing. Just a kick, not a finger choil. And fit and finish on this seems to be really good. I mean, I don't know how you could not have that centered, really. I don't think there's enough space in there. It is a really chunky blade. The finish, of course, as I said, the carbon fibre is lovely. On the blade, you can see it's this really pleasant stone wash just across the whole thing there. Look at that. Really, really pleasant. Very well done. So this is the S35VN because it's the higher end model. Like I said, if you drop down to the G10 version, you'll get 154cm on there instead. It seems to be completely fine at holding an edge. I've not noticed that it's inferior or anything. I haven't sharpened this at all and it's still cutting just fine. Bill building in this, of course, you get the blade steel, the Kansept logo, Nick Swan's logo, the name of the knife Bevy there, and the product code, which is just great. Just don't bother with the product code, guys. I don't need that. It's like putting a barcode on your knife. Do you know what I mean? Just on the box, absolutely. On the actual product itself, I mean, if you got to do it, just do it in there or something. Don't really want it on. It's not a big issue. It's just I don't see why anyone does it. Choil, you do get yourself a absolutely fine, ample sharpening choil there, which is ideal. And no finger choil, but like I said, you do get the kick there to protect your finger. Absolutely solid as a rock. No blade play whatsoever. Yeah, let's do a little size comparison. I'll throw some stats up on screen for you. I guess I might as well just put that there. There is the UK PK up alongside it, and you can see it's only slightly bigger in every respect. And there is the Victorinox Pioneer, which is even closer to the size of that, I guess, with the handle. And there's a 940, and to really highlight how ridiculous that pouch was, there is the Buck 110. Just, I mean, clearly that pouch is too big. So I haven't had a single issue with this, I'm happy to say. This thing has just performed exactly as you'd expect. It's just a nice, small, easy to conceal, I don't want to create any fuss, UK friendly pocket carry. I mean, you'll have just seen the blade length on screen then. It's about 2 inches or so. It's really not pushing any boundaries of any legal limits at all. This is well within, section 139's sub 2 and 3 allowances. So looking at ways to maybe improve upon this knife would be the blade thickness. I think is a little bit too, I think you could get a lot better action out of this just cutting through things if you were to just grind that down a bit more. It is a flat grind, not a hollow grind, so it feels like you're losing out there as well. maybe if you're going to have a blade stock this thick, I prefer a hollow grind, I think. A la the Buck 110, for instance. It's not an issue. This blade still cuts completely fine, don't get me wrong. I feel like it would be even better if it was a little bit thinner, maybe. But who knows? I'm not a maker. I'm just a guy on the internet reviewing these. So honestly, it's just I feel like this would be a little bit better if it was thinner, kind of deal. Also, where the carbon fibre meets the scales, it's not bad in any way. It's fine. It does have quite good fit and finish. It just, at this price point, at £133, I do feel that there is a little bit of room for improvement. Now, when I say that, please know that it is such a pitiful minor niggle. Most people won't even notice. You can't feel it when you're holding the knife. It is I'm really looking too hard at this knife for problems. Please help me. That's like one of the very few places I found like maybe it could be improved. But again, that's a really, really minor thing. It's just, at this price point, you are competing directly with makers like Great Eastern Cutlery, especially in the slip joint sort of. I know this is a modern traditional, but you are looking directly at Great Eastern Cutlery traditionals in the same price point, and it is hard to pick this over a Great Eastern Cutlery. They are absolutely fantastic. You are getting better steel on this, of course, and this really, really high quality carbon fibre that I absolutely love, but it's just, I don't know. This, to be fair, the price I paid is a bit of an odd one. I think you can, like I said, if you go to their actual store on AliExpress, Kansept have their own store, it's cheaper there, although something else to note is I couldn't find this model with the S35VN and the carbon fibre. You might be able to find that in another store. Like, I know the US has it a lot cheaper as well, but that depends if you can find it. But the only other thing I would say is the pivot is maybe a little bit out there, I guess. I feel like that could be refined somehow. It's just a bit bulky. It comes out to a little point. Again, these are really, don't look at this as like, oh no, this has so many flaws. This is me digging through the trenches looking for issues. This knife is really well made. It's, like I said though, at this price point, you're kind of looking at, I kind of want it to be perfect, and when you can get something like a Great Eastern Cutlery knife where 9 times out of 10 they are absolutely perfect, in my experience anyway. This one, it's quite a small knife. Yes, you are getting absolute premium materials, but £133. This knife's biggest problem right now is Heine Haynes' own collaboration with Spyderco. The new Spyderco Urban Heine Haynes edition with the red G10 scales, which isn't this wonderful carbon fibre, I'll give you. This carbon fibre is a step up from that G10, but that G10 is no slouch either. It's perfectly usable, rugged, will absolutely do the job. The Heine knife, however, has S90V, which is a colossal step up, in my opinion, over this S35VN. It's really nice. And the Heine knife is £10 cheaper, so make of that what you will. If you like this knife, don't feel bad about it. Just buy it. It's it really is lovely. It's well made. Like I said, the carbon fibre is stunning to me. I really like it. The S35 is great. Haven't needed to sharpen it at all. Hasn't let me down. No blade play. No issues. If you're on the fence though, I mean, like I said, that Heine Haynes Urban Spyderco is right there, and it's cheaper, and it's got better blade steel, and it's the same kind of class of, around about the 2-inch blade length. I really want to definitely be under the subsection 2 and 3 of UK law, Section 139 of the Criminal Justice Act. I really want it to be around 2 inches, not anywhere near 3. It's just, that's looking like your better option right now. But yeah, if you're looking for the classier little folder, I guess this would be it. It's just, there's stuff out there. There are competitors out there that would definitely make me look twice about this. But that's just my opinion. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching, and cheers.